Hello, everybody. This is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo, and welcome to episode 14 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. During the last episode, we saw something rather interesting happen. In that, all of a sudden, Scotland decided I would be a better ruler than the current King of Scotland. I was in no position to argue, so we decided to back their decision. Beyond that, there's, Castile is spreading a little bit, though he seems to be only because he's picked up some extra, area from the Islam, the Muslims in the area. Pretty much, if you look around here, there's Muslims all the way up to here, so I'm assuming sooner or later they'll either push out France or France will try and claim some more. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot going on except Ruthenia and Rus still haven't reformed. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and we just had a duke become excommunicated. I could possibly imprison him. What does he control? He controls both Insegal and there. There'll be areas I could claim, possibly. Let's take a quick gander here. And create the Duchy of Ulster. We're going to hold off on that until I've at least claimed something else here. I can imprison him, and he doesn't like me. So I think I will go ahead and do that. He is currently still... No, he is not excommunicated. He is excommunicated. It's not letting me revoke his title without penalty. I'm not sure exactly why. But no real issue. If we move on to his son doesn't really like me either, but doesn't hate me, so that's better. Possibly we could see if we might be able to marry off a child to him. There's no one from our court. It's an interesting thought. He would move on to one of his siblings. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let the clock keep going again. I was going to have my counselor try to gain... Alright, the Duke Malcolm of Galloway has usurped the title of County of Galloway from Robert Dunkeld. And so he's gotten both of these areas. He's actually controls that entire area. My heir just passed away and has moved on to my grandson, who, as you can see, is a genius, and he should be gaining some more stats here shortly. That'll be good. Once again, my court chaplain has decided to try and get me to join the Lollard heresy. We're going to arrest him. We're going to do what we always do. Pause real fast. Offer him a chance to convert, which he will accept. Let that time clear out. Pause real fast. Come back up here. Pop into here and reappoint him. Once again, I'm going to send him right back to Gwynedd. Do I still have a truce? Ill ruler for 2 more years. There's no issue on that. Got quite a while for Count Fogertok of Ossory. Already taken his area, so I'm not too worried about that. Bryfney, we have not thought we could usurp his title. I can, however, declare war on him. For Count Fogertocht, for some reason. Or I can just turn him into my de jure vassal. He will not accept vassalization from us. One of the other things we're waiting on is to see if Norway can devolve into some sort of crisis. And if they can, what we'll do is try to claim this portion from them in both Ireland and Scotland. But alright. I think we're just going to wait a while before we claim any more wars. I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of this money we're saving up. As you can see, we have about a 2,000 prestige. Taking a quick look at some of our vassals. We're going to see what sort of bonus that gives us with them. That's a plus 20 prestige bonus, so that's not bad. That'll even out both the feudal tax and the crown authority we currently have. Alright. Taking a quick look at our laws, we could jump up taxation or anything of that nature if we felt the need to do so. I'm not going to. Taking a quick look over here, we can't change any more laws for Scotland. We could jump up to, say, High Crown Authority in Ireland, but there's no real reason to do that. What we do want to do at some point is get, sorry about that, is get Scotland back up to higher crown authority. So right now they're at pretty much the lowest point they can get to. We're trying to get this vote to go through. We need a few more people who are willing to vote. And I think I'm going to attempt to see if I can't award out some honorary titles and maybe pull a vote here or there. As you can see, the Duke of Albany there really dislikes us. Alright, my grandson makes sure everyone gets the exact same amount of treats. He gains just. That's good. Alright, while we're waiting to get some more money up, okay, and my grandson called someone fat, so we're going to go ahead and praise his honesty and let her know that she is fat. If we glance around, we can see that some of the republics are expanding. Genoa's getting a few areas here and there. Venice seems to be doing fairly well for themselves. I don't see Pisa anymore unless... no, there it is right there. And they still have a small area over here on... I can never remember what those are called. But It's the only place they have it. The rest are basically controlled by both Genoa and Pisa. Right, I can claim the Duchy of Connaught for 132 gold. I'm considering doing that. Because in doing that, he'll dislike me more for it, but if I wait a while, I may be able to offer him vassalization, and he'll join me that way. But taking a quick look again, we're getting closer and closer to that 1050, and I think I'm going to go claim Devon at that point. He still won't join me. He dislikes me. I wonder if I could send him a small gift, and that would join him up to that point. Yeah, we're going to give him the 50 gold and attempt to see if he'll join us after that, and he will. So we're going to offer him vassalization. As you can see, he's become part of this, and we're going to change him over to Gaio Cornwall here. Transfer vassalage for the Count of Devon right there. And he likes us a lot more for it. Pause real fast. We have been asked to join my cousin, who is the Count of Lyon, right here, for Bishop Renan's claim on Brittany. I believe I will accept this war, and I'm actually going to contribute to it. Only my own personal armies for now, however. I'm going to need 24 boats. 16. There's 24. I'm going to all send them into Gwynedd and send everybody into Gwynedd as well. We are going to move my king, however, out of a position of leading. We'll send the Duke of Cornwall here, even at his advanced age. He's still a very impressive martial mind. Leading the center, I think I'm going to hand it off to... I think I'm going to send the Duke of Albany in the center. On the off chance that he might just get himself killed. Even with a 0 martial ability, I would really like to see him accidentally end up with his chest impaled on, well, assuming something sharp. Alright, one of my son-in-laws just passed away. Moray. This may be the issue that I had seen previously. I don't quite remember who is supposed to... Let's pause real fast. It's one of my barons. His land is actually going to pass to, I believe, France. Once again, what we may do is wait. I mean, they're not in a large revolt here, but we may use a revolt that they become involved in as a reason to take that back. We're going to go ahead and join this war, and I'm actually going to come over here and help them burn through these soldiers fairly quickly so that they have enough troops to actually siege someplace. And they may not still, even with 500 troops. No, they do over there. So I'll stay here for now. go ahead and, while we wait for this battle to be over, I'm going to dismiss those troops. Okay. So we just had what appears to be, let's see, mobs of opportunists and loyal veterans have flocked to the banner of Duchess Anne of Brittany to fight against us. So it appears they generated about 500 soldiers who's attempting to chase down him. We'll see if we can't get over there and join them. Okay, there's currently a claim to attempt to take away the Duchy of Albany from him, which I'm completely for. He was not happy at all, apparently, whenever I decided to take Scotland. Okay. And my grandson is going to become patient. As you can see, he's shaping up fairly nicely. Alright, there appears to be a war going on in England once again. Apparently just for a claim on an area, as far as I can tell. We seem to be having a lot of people being excommunicated. And I would rather my uncle not be excommunicated, so we're going to ask for Pope Marcellus's blessing that he is unexcommunicated. Okay. My cook made a nice meal, but I think I'm going to go ahead and forego it. I became temperate. And they lifted the excommunication of Ducayo. I'm waiting on a nickname. I haven't gotten one yet. At this rate, it'll likely be the old. Okay. As you can see, more have joined Duchess Anne, but not nearly as much as was previously there. Okay, my wife was rather honest and has spoken about my virtues. This has radicalized some. So a lot of people like me, a few people dislike me. Okay, we have won the first siege. My son wants a holding. I don't really have anything to give him yet. I'm not going to promise him anything. Taking a quick look, apparently the second area we're attacking has more defenders, though that may have come from a previous war. Alright, we've had a few more things get built, so I'm going to come back over here, and we're going to spend a little bit more money. Church wants me to organize a miracle play, and I'll gladly spend 34 gold. I got to earn back some of the piety I lost in asking for my uncle's lifting of his excommunication. We're going to go ahead and build another guard quarter. Alright, we currently have a 7% war score. Even having been declared war against her, we're prestigious and our state diplomacy is high enough that she still likes us a little bit. Okay, we have successfully sieged the second area. And in all honesty, there's really little reason for me to press this claim. But I felt I would have gone and helped a family member, especially this close. It's not a whole lot's happening. We're going to jump up to a speed of 4. The Duke of Connacht is apparently... We are at war with him because he's pressing someone else's claim on Brittany. Got it. Alright. My grandson wants to become temperate, and I am quite happy with him doing so. Alright, we have finished sieging the first area, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Penthièvre, however you pronounce that. Alright, and the Duke of Cornwall has inherited, so my uncle passed away. My cousin has taken over, and he very much likes me. We've just had a revolt. I may have to go back and take care of this before too long. What I believe I may do is simply siege the next holding. And then leave this area to their devices. And then we'll send these soldiers up there to take care of that revolt. It seems that Normandy is not helping us, it appears. No, they are helping us, but they're taking away our sieges. I'm not sure what's occurring there. And we will leave him zealous. Alrighty then, we're going to go ahead and send them out to here. Like I said, we're going to let them take care of themselves. Oop. Now we'll let them take care of themselves. Alright. We're going to drop back down to a 3-speed. Alright, the center flank failed. Actually losing quite a few soldiers here, and that was because we had intentionally made them weak. Which isn't too big of an issue. All we have to do here is go ahead and call up a few, oops, not them. Call up a few soldiers. This is going to be a little bit of a weak attack as well, but we do have enough soldiers here that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And all I'm going to do now is keep an eye out on that war score to make sure it doesn't go down. If it goes down, I might send a few more soldiers out that way. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and actually... don't have anybody set up. I believe I'm going to call a de jure claim on Bryfney. We're going to pause real fast. And then the areas around him, I think I'm just going to pull up enough soldiers. As you can see, he's running off, but we caught him before he got away. Okay, press them together, and we're just gonna leave them there to siege that area. Child that needs a guardian, so I'm gonna pause real fast. This is a granddaughter, so we're going to try to make sure she remains Welsh. Hand her off to my son. We can call in allies if we want, but I don't think we need to. Alright, Duke Fergus of Meath is likely actually finally going to take Oriel. I'm going to go ahead and create... I can create 2 titles. I'm going to create the Duchy of the Isle. Pause real fast. Someone passed away right as I did that, so it didn't sound right. Taking a quick glance, we have the 3 areas. I can choose one of them to become the Duke. I may hand this off to one of my kinsmen. I'm going to look real fast to make sure that someone here likes me. And he, of course, doesn't. So I think I'm going to let him be somebody else's problem currently. She does, however, and what I may do is arrange a marriage with her. Sorry, a betrothal. Between her and, if I have someone of my dynasty, I do. My son. She's not exactly... She may not turn out badly, but I'm not sure right now that I exactly want to attach her to my son, because I want to try to find someone very good for my son, or grandson. But I may just go ahead and marry her off normally to my direct son. Nah, I think we'll hold off on that. Let her choose her own marriage. What we're going to do is we're actually going to grant my kinsman the Duchy of the Isles. Okay. I can also create the Duchy of Ulster, but as I said, I'm just waiting until he has taken Oriel here before I do that. And I can't usurp until we have taken that area. So we're back to waiting again. I'm going to go ahead and build up some area. Quick glance real fast shows that the Byzantine Empire is still expanding, a lot slower than they were previously, but they are still expanding. Rus appears to have reformed. Alright, and the Duke of Meath has finally finished his war with Oriel. I'd rather him not have that specific area, but there's little I could do about that. What I will do is call up some soldiers of his, and we've stolen some more technology. Call up some soldiers of his. Actually, we're going to go ahead and move my spy master into well, I would have sent him into Tyrconnell there, but there appears to be not that many places that have better than I do. We're going to send him into Lyon. Keep an eye out. We're close to the 1-to-1 ratio. Let's pull up some soldiers from here. We're going to send them into there. Oh, now we don't need to. He has decided to claim peace. We have taken the area from him, which means that I believe the duchy can now be created. This would be my 5th area, and part of me is tempted to keep it, but I don't believe I will. What I think I'm going to do here is just take a look at my court, find someone decent opinion of me who doesn't already have an area. It may be harder said than done. Harder done than said. Because it appears that I don't have much prisoners. Let's go ahead and release kind of Edna Wayne. He likes me again. And it'll make everyone like me a little bit more. Taking a quick look again, I do have a just traditional prisoner here who immediately went to someone else's court. He's excommunicated. Gotta find someone to hand that area off to. What I may do is simply look at possibly a claimant for someone down here. It doesn't appear that any of them are willing to join me right now. So we'll hold off on that. In that case, I don't know who I'm going to give that to. Alright, real fast, before we do anything, has excommunicated the guy that we really, really, really don't like. There's still no way that we can actually do that. We're going to imprison him. Okay, we didn't. He didn't get a chance to revolt. He is currently excommunicated, so we could just chop his head off. His child doesn't have a problem with us. I really don't like him, so I think I am going to go ahead and execute him. His son's opinion of us went down, and that's because he became one of our vassals. So, as you can tell, he has a lot of little different bonuses on us. But he is better than his father. So that's always nice. And he'll come of age here in 1 year. We can press 3 claims. Apparently I can claim the entirety of Normandy. Can I invite him to my court? He would join me. Then I could land him and possibly press the claim on Normandy for his wife. I'm not sure exactly what would occur with that. We're going to do that. We're going to send him an invite to bring him into our court. Okay, we have finally passed a limited crown authority in Scotland here. And what we're hoping for is during the next king's reign that we can pass a medium crown authority. But alright, let's go ahead and grant him the county of Brighton along with lower titles. We're going to create, because I have the money for it, the Duchy of Ulster. I'm actually going to grant him the duchy. Which will give him that full area. But in looking over here real fast, I believe we're currently allies in this war, so I'll have to wait for this war to be over. But I may be able to go and just claim Normandy. Alright, taking a quick look, we just had Count Arthur of Fife has accepted Duke Adam of Albany's peace offer, and that was because we just killed his father. Alright, let's keep going. Take a quick look into Gwynedd. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to a medium stable. Count Arthur doesn't like us that much. He does, however, like his own personal duke. What's happening down here is, since no other areas have been taken, there's not a whole lot of combat taking place. The war score is slightly going up because we have just a few areas there that are taken over. Okay, Count Miles declared war for the Isles against Count Ada, and I can't join his war, and I would in a heartbeat. Is there any possible way I can convince the Pope to excommunicate him? No, the Pope likes him. That's no good. Alright, we just had our court chaplain pass. I'm going to pause real fast. I'm going to appoint a new court chaplain. I think I'm going to send him to Rome to get the Pope to like us a bit more. Dialing back while we wait a little bit. We have a betrothal that has occurred. One of my sons can marry the Duchess of Munster. We'll go ahead and say yes to that. I want to marry matrilineally, but we have already sent off the betrothal. There we go. Take a quick glance now. My son is married normally to Duchess Marjorie. Pause real fast. Glance through here, nothing spectacular. These are all the issues of the areas we have taken coming under siege. I believe what I'm going to do is once again pull the boats from here, send them into Dyfed. And while we do that, I'm just going to pull up my own troops. I need one more boat. 2 more boats. So I guess I'll pull up the boats from Dyfed. We're going to wait for that to arrive there. Combine them. Alright, my son just became the court chaplain of Wales. Which isn't real. I'm sorry, of Munster, which isn't really that good considering he has a pretty low learning. Alright, once they arrive, I'm going to combine them, board them. We are going to go dump into, actually have a holding here so I can get them to move into this area. Alright, we clear out there a few soldiers. Go back over to here now. We have a little bit higher of a revolt risk for a bit. Pause real fast, take a look at what we can claim. Only Norway, which is still not something we want to go up against. And they may be here shortly. I do need to take a glance and see just how many soldiers they can field. Alright, the Count of Tyrone has passed away and left the county to his daughter. Alright, and my daughter, who was married to the King of Norway, has now passed away. Sorry, the one of who is currently the King of Norway. Interesting. Whenever I pulled him over to become... Is he who I think he is? Yes, he is. Wow, I did not see that happen. He was the 3rd son in line of Norway whenever I married him matrilineally to my daughter. And as you can see, their children, though it is a regular marriage, they've been remarried to Ilding. His oldest daughter currently is of our bloodline. No wonder. I find a 20% chance of actually killing Gudmund, and if I could, that would put a Matherfall on the throne for a short period of time. Both of his daughters are dwarves like him. They haven't had any children yet. I may actively see what I can do. That's a thought. If he remarries, he may have a son, and if he has a son, then it'll blanket our issue. I believe I'm going to press that. Choose a plot and see who we may be able to get to join us in that plot. As you can see, there are quite a few people that are willing to join us. If we take a look at this, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to convince enough people to join. To get this up above 100%. But I believe I'll give it a try. To be honest, I haven't even looked. He may not have a Yeah, his heir is one of his brothers. So this may not really be worth it, except to possibly destabilize Norway. If our daughters come back, or if our granddaughters come back into our court, we could press their claim on Norway. Let's make sure we've gathered everyone who's willing to join our plot. Adding this many people is making it more likely we'll get caught. But I want to make sure it goes through. Alright, we'll wait for those to come in. We're closing in. We probably already passed up 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this on 3, and we're just going to continue up to the first of the year. We'll call it at that point. Okay, we've got quite a few people that are willing to join us here. Quite a few people. Our plot power is up to 149%, so we may find some form of plot. Let's take a quick look and see what plots we have running around that we may want to take care of. I don't see any blood drops throughout there, so I'm not seeing anything we should really focus on worrying about. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and let that be for now. Alright, we have succeeded in sieging everything in this area, and as you can tell, they jumped up to about 68%. What I'm going to do is continue the siege into Nantes. Alright, Duke Fergus of Meath has passed away. Left everything to his son, who very much likes us. Believe... Released prisoner, generous relative, long reign. He may be... Oh, we had just given him... No, that is someone else. I'm not sure. Okay. We're going to let that keep running. As I said, I'm moving them down into there. I'm going to go ahead and send the Welsh fleet back to Devon. So I don't keep racking up negative penalties up here. Pause real fast, then appoint a new marshal. I'm going to skip him, even though he has some good abilities. I'm just going to drop down into Irewith. Let that keep going. We have a righteous imprisonment, and I can attempt to imprison Duke Waldir of Moray. Currently has a plot to fabricate a claim on the county of Buchan. I don't think I want him to do that. I would rather keep him... We're going to go ahead and attempt to do that. And as you can see, he did that. What I'm going to do is then ask... he's my only ally right now. I'm going to have everyone basically walk in there and stomp him a little bit. And then I'm going to appoint one of my relatives. That way the people in Scotland like me more. You can see we're getting met there, but I'm sending in enough troops. And that battle won't be over by the time we quit. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a pause real fast. We've come up to the first. I've run a little bit long here. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. We haven't really made any more claims other than the county of Brythney has moved into our area. And we picked up the Count of Devon. with a little bit of gold passing our way. If we move out a little bit, you can tell that we are currently at war with the Duchy of Brittany. I didn't realize he actually controlled something down here. Explains a little bit more as to why we haven't been able to put in as much war score with each victory. Coming back up, Rus is split in half again. Ruthenia is tiny. Nothing really new happening here. The Byzantine Empire is still remaining as large as I've ever seen it remain. In fact, the Holy Roman Empire seems small now, but that's because I'm used to seeing the Byzantine Empire so small. Apparently, Bohemia may have just gotten its independence from them. That might be why they seem so small. And what we're waiting on is possibly our assassination attempt in Norway to go through. And if it does, as you can see, he's gone ahead and remarried. If it does, then the heir will pass to someone else who, in truth, is a little bit better of a ruler than he is. But there might be enough strife in Norway that we can go ahead and press our claim and claim all of Ireland right there. But alright, I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. And I will see you during the next episode. Thanks for watching.